My wife and I, we travel around Australia full-time on the road, and we like getting out into remote outback areas. Now, we normally would use a mobile phone for all our communication requirements, but these aren't very much used once you get outside of the mobile phone network. So in lieu of that, we've got a satellite phone. Now, these are great, don't get me wrong. You know, if you need to contact somebody in emergency or even send them a message, I mean, you can do that with a satellite phone. But in all honesty, we've just never got the use out of this satellite phone. It just hasn't, you know, delivered value for money as far as I'm concerned. Well, that's where ZOLEO comes in. Now, ZOLEO kind of bridges the gap between your mobile phone and your satellite phone. ZOLEO is a global messaging device. And what it does is it interfaces with your mobile phone or other smart device via the ZOLEO app and allows you to do global two-way messaging. Now, when I say that, I mean like sending emails, SMS style messages, even extra long messages using the ZOLEO app. You can do check-ins to your loved ones or specify contacts to let them know you're okay. You can share your location. It'll do automatic location updates to, again, your chosen contacts. Plus it'll do SOS alerting, a bit like, say, an EPIRB. So you can push a button and it'll send a message to the emergency services and they'll come and get you. So this promises to be a really, really good device. Let's have a look inside and see what's in the box, shall we? All right. So we've got the ZOLEO communicator itself. Now, I've got to say straight away, first impressions, this is a really, really solid device. It feels really well made and it looks like it'll cope with the rigours of outback life. It's also water and dust proof to IP68, I believe, which is pretty good. You can leave this out in the open and the rain and what have you, and it's not going to harm it. It's pretty simple to use. There's not a lot of controls on here. You've got your power on and off right here. You've got a button here with a tick on it. I believe that's for sending your location updates or check-in updates to your chosen contacts. You've got a USB recharging port in here. So there's an internal battery in here, and you know, it's from my understanding, it's a fairly long-lasting battery. And plus, behind this little flap here, you've got your SOS button. Now, that's really good that it's behind that flap, because that's one thing you don't want to be pushing by accident, all right? You actually can get into a lot of trouble calling out the emergency services for no valid reason. Lastly, you've got this little lanyard here, lanyard connection here. Again, nice and strong, looks like it'll put up with anything. So all in all, first impressions are that this is a really, really sturdy, strong device that should stand up to our Australian conditions. We've got a couple of manuals, the quick start guide. Now, just flicking through this quick start guide, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. It looks like anybody who's had any experience connecting a Bluetooth headset to a mobile phone would find this extraordinarily simple to use. We've got a little carabiner here, little strong carabiner, which obviously clips into the little lanyard here, so you can click that onto a backpack or something similar. And then you've got your USB charging cable, which is a USB-B, I believe that is. So everything you need to operate the ZOLEO in most situations is all in here. Pretty good. But if you need more options with it, you can get the ZOLEO Universal Mounting Kit. Now, this comes with quite a few options for mounting the ZOLEO. Let's have a look inside. Okay, so we've got a windscreen mount, which is made by Ram. Now, their gear is actually really, really good, and in fact, this is an all-metal arm here which connects to the suction cup for the windscreen. It's pretty strong. I would suggest that this is designed to hold much, much heavier devices than the ZOLEO. Now, the idea is you mount this to your windscreen. As long as the ZOLEO can see up through the windscreen to the satellite system, it will work. We've got a holder here for the ZOLEOs to clip into, so that will click into there like that. And at the back, we can interchange various mounting options. So the first one here is for a camera tripod or similar device. So you can put it on a tripod, put it out in the middle of a paddock, and you've got full coverage to the sky to get access to the satellites. There's a strap clip, for want of a better word, where you run a strap through, say a strap on your backpack or something like that, so it'll hold onto your backpack and shouldn't get lost. And you've got a belt clip here, which is quite handy as well. In addition to that, there's another USB charging cable, slightly longer one than the one that comes with the ZOLEO, and you've got a car charger with the USB outlet. So all your charging needs are met, quite frankly, with this. Now, all this gear looks, again, really good quality, like good, sturdy plastics, nice and thick, doesn't feel flimsy in any way. As I said, the RAM mount is probably about as good a mount as you'll actually be able to buy, so I'm quite surprised by that. It's really good stuff. So yeah, look, all in all, this looks like a really good device. It's got everything that you could possibly need. I'm really looking forward to giving this a thorough test. The beauty with ZOLEO is that, I mean, apart from the fact that it uses the app, you get an Australian mobile phone number with this, as well as an email address, a dedicated email address. So as far as costs go, anybody wanting to get in touch with you, it's the price of a standard SMS, or free if they're using email, which is extremely cheap. That they've got 3 plans and they start at around $35 a month, which is extraordinary value for money. The other good thing with this is too, and this is what I've been told by the guys at ZOLEO, is that you can actually suspend your account with this if you're not going to use it. So let's say, for argument's sake, you go away once a year for, you know, a 4-week trip. You can activate the ZOLEO, use it for your 4-week trip. When you get back and you're not using it anymore, simply suspend the account, and it costs, you know, less than $7 a month to just maintain your account. But in end, look, we're going to be testing it over the next couple of months and put it through its paces, obviously to see, you know, how useful it is, how easy it is to use, how easy it is to set up and all that sort of stuff, and just see how, I guess, how practical it is to use. So as I said, I'm really quite excited, because we do find ourselves, my wife and I find ourselves in situations where we're just unable to communicate with anybody quite regularly, and just to be able to, you know, send a message to our parents to say, hey, we're here, everything's fine, you know, don't worry, and for them to be able to get in contact with us in case something goes wrong and we need to know about it, it's just, you know, that peace of mind, I think, is invaluable. So from a value for money perspective, the ZOLEO promises to be really excellent.